Yo, what's going on, Alien Race? Hope you're all having a good day. Now, before we get into the video, patch 1.1 was a little bit underwhelming, but they did complete it 2 weeks before they said they were going to release a patch. Also, DICE and EA did actually say they were going to release a new patch every 2 weeks, so if this is true, then we can expect a patch within the next 10 to 14 days of the game's lifetime. The hero designer over on Twitter, I'll leave a link to the Reddit post I got this information from. This is just a screenshot of the tweet. I'll leave a link to the Twitter as well. So it's nice to see that we're getting a patch soon, and we're actually getting an insight before the patch notes are released as to what's going to be in the next patch. So here's an idea, and here's what the hero designer says that they're looking into. So Palpatine's lightning and dark aura. Yes, Palpatine needs a nerf. His lightning is broken. His dark aura, I'm not so sure about that. I don't know what's wrong with that. Maybe it's because it can go through walls, but I would expect it to, because it's sort of like his dark aura. But it makes sense if they just completely take his clip through walls ability away from the dark aura and his lightning, because the lightning can go through like almost any wall, and it's a little bit silly. Combat rolls, they're also looking into combat rolls. They're a little bit overpowered. They need to increase the cooldown of the actual roll itself before you can do another one. I just think that it's too annoying. When you're a lightsaber wielder, you can't really even kill infantry because they're spamming roll. I think they can do 3 rolls in consecutive rolls, but then they get a cooldown, so then you can kill them. But I've actually seen videos of people trying to kill infantry and they've got killed because the infantry's rolled away and I got the better of the opponent, of the enemy hero. They're also looking into, thank goodness, Phasma's staff attacks, because I feel as if Phasma's staff attacks are pretty much pointless. Yes, they do a decent amount of damage, but I just think that you're way too vulnerable if you ever use that. So it's nice to see they're looking into that, and I will happily use Captain Phasma's staff more often if they fix it. Now, Iden's droid stun. I did notice that this is a little bit buggy and it sometimes doesn't stun them. I don't know what they're actually looking into in terms of stun, and because it does take a little bit longer than I would expect for Iden's droid to actually stun them. You just sort of have to stun, run away again, and you get the gist. So it takes a little bit longer than I expect for them to stun. Now, over on Reddit, there's been tons of people, tons of posts. There was actually, it was up the top post about Kylo, Ren and Luke being too weak as heroes and villains. I agree, however, people who use these characters and know how to use them make them good. So I hope that they don't buff them too much. Obviously Luke and Kylo Ren, they need to be the best, one of the best in the game. It would just make sense in terms of canon. Right now they're just medium to bottom tier. They need to be up top tier. And it also says here, Yoda is a bit weak in Heroes vs Villains. I do agree, Yoda's great in Galactic Assault. However, when you're playing as Yoda, I don't really want to play as him in Heroes vs Villains, because I just feel that you're always at a disadvantage for some reason. Yeah, he's really hard to hit for ranged enemies, apart from Finn with his Deadeye attack. But apart from that, Yoda needs a little bit of a tweak in Heroes vs Villains. I do agree with that. Rey is a bit too strong, Bosk is a bit too strong. Yes, I agree, Bosk is fun to use. You need to be good with the Bosk to actually make him really strong, but people who are good with Bosk, they dominate any match. Galactic Assault and Heroes vs Villains. I think that they need to take away some of the proximity mine damage, because that can deplete your hero's health. If you've got all of those upgraded fully on your star cards, that can really do damage on the enemy hero. Rey is a little bit too strong. I do get where that's coming from. She also makes people bug out, because whenever I get like mind controlled by Rey and something weird happens, like a little bug, I can't use my abilities and I can't jump for a certain amount of time. I don't know what that is. I think it's when she dashes and mind controls, like it's weird to explain. I don't know what happens, but some of the abilities I can't use them and I can't even jump, so I don't know what's happening there. And Rey's damage is, I think, a lot higher than all the, well, some of the other lightsaber wielders, like Luke for example. I just think Rey needs a little bit of a tweak, especially in Heroes vs Villains. She's really powerful in that. And also, it does say on the tweet that they're having a look at Chewbacca. For everyone who's saying Chewbacca's way too overpowered, he's only way too overpowered on Heroes vs Villains. He's not overpowered at all in Galactic Assault. He's perfectly balanced for Galactic Assault. It's just Heroes vs Villains that he really needs a little like nerf against the enemy heroes or the villains. I don't know how they're going to work that out, because in Galactic Assault he's fine, in Heroes vs Villains he's completely broken. And if you have a Chewbacca on your team and they know how to play the game properly, then you're most likely going to win, and they're going to be the MVP. So I don't know. So that's it really. He does say here that this might change depending on the results of the new data that they're getting, but it says that is the current plan for the next patch. So there you have it. Some of the heroes and villains and some of the mechanics that they're changing. For instance, the combat role. Mostly heroes they're having a look at, and villains. But obviously there'll be little hidden different things in the next patch. So there's an insight to the next patch. Leave a comment below. What do you want to see out of all of these make it into the next patch? Leave a like and all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.